Wow. I just got done watching American Crime Story. Season 3, Impeachment. The whole Bill Clinton scandal. I put the first, it kicks off super slow. It kicks off 98. And the first thing I want to talk about is the visuals, like how they make it look like 98 is amazing. Like it's amazing how they make it look at the time frame that the stuff is based in. It's amazing how they do it. I don't know how they do it, but it's amazing. And it picks off slow. It shows Monica moving through the city, and she goes to this mall. She goes to the little kiosk, magazine newsstand. Get to a magazine, and you see Linda Tripp Tripp come down to you see the Secret Service and everything in the mall, and they say, "Yo, we gotta talk to you." And they take to a hotel, and Linda, before they get to that part, they're like, I'm not going to say everything. I'm going to try to watch it. Linda, she's like, yo, guys, hey, they did the same thing to me. So, you got, this is the cold part. So, they go to the hotel, they get ready to close the door. They say, no. I want this bitch to see what she did to me. She did this to me. So, pretty much, all this is comes from Linda. So, it's like, yo, she loses her job. One of the Secret Service men, one of the higher up guys who's the, guess they say he was fooling around with Hillary, and he goes to the woods, he ain't gonna say what he did, but he did the do, and it was eating him up. But fast forward, all this comes from first of all, I don't know how they get all this stuff for American Crime Story. Like, in 98, to think about it, in real time, I was in 98. Like, thinking about it, like, I was a kid, though. I wasn't really checking for this. Like, I saw it, but I wasn't keeping up with it. But to see all this going on, to hear about everything going on at that time and see it get played out like this, and hearing the backstory and see how it all came about over a chick losing her job, Linda losing her job. She's mad and she's just snitching. It's crazy. Like, and the thing, I kind of feel bad for Paula Jones, only because they made her look like a freaking idiot the whole time. Like, they made her look like a freaking moron. Moron McGee. They made her look freaking stupid. And on the other side, it kind of made me think like, yo, I don't know I really didn't know what her story was, because it's kind of like, is she lying? Is she telling the truth? Did something happen? Did something did happen? And somebody ask a question, like, they get to this press conference, and the dude said, yo, why are you going to somebody's room? Like, what do you, and she was like, she couldn't respond, and she didn't really know how to answer. She was like all over the place. Like, she was like, well, yeah, she looked, her eyes are going everywhere. So it's like, you really don't know if she's telling the truth or not. So she's hard to read. And it's like, after Linda loses her job, before she loses it, she's talking to this lady about a book. She's like, yo, man, if you got some inside information, you need to let me know right now, because everybody trying to do a book. So you need to let me know what's going on. But before I get into anything else, rewind a little bit. The woman they had playing Hillary, they did like a side profile, and I could have swore that was the real Hillary. Like, yo, how they cast people is amazing. Like, they really, and I can't think of the woman's name when they got playing Linda. It's the same woman that played the attorney, the lawyer, in The People versus OJ. And I'm like, this woman's getting, like, I gotta say, this is good because it gives. If you were a kid growing up in that time, all this stuff is going on. You can like yo, but you wasn't paying attention to it because he was a kid. He was too young to understand it. And plus, he wasn't giving a damn about it anyway. Even if you did see it, he wasn't paying attention to it. To now look at it now to see all the backstory that was going on in it, it's like wow. And to know that Linda became friends with Monica and Monica trusted her. Then she flipped it to sell a book because she was mad. Like, yo, son, that is so trash. It's so trash. Like, it's like, man. But then again, on the other side, it showed where, okay, first he was a governor and he was, quote unquote, messing with Paula. Then it was a part of it went back to July 94. And I think I'm getting the time frame messed up because no, it was 94. And I guess a girl come like, yo, Linda, do you have any lipstick? She's like, what's going on? Yada, yada, yada. She said the president, whatever, was try to kiss her. I'm like, damn. This dude was really just out here doing what he was doing, not giving a damn. So I'm like, all right, I made a note of that. It's just like, all this going on is just crazy to me. And it's just like, if this is this is just episode 1. I mean, towards the end, Linda loses her job, they demote her, she's at the Pentagon, and she don't want to be there. She's being a real Karen the whole time. Like, she don't like a cubicle mate, and she gets moved to a room, and all this jazz. And she meets Monica, it's like she's being a real D to everybody. Like, you could tell she didn't want to be there. And it's like, this is like, wow. It's like all this happened. And like, the person I feel bad for is Paula. I feel bad because they made her look like an idiot. Like, they really made her look stupid. Like, I know, it's like, her husband is an actor, and and the whole time you can kind of see him trying to like throw his weight around, like, yo, we want an apology. Can you get the president to apologize? And his wife and probably like, yo, can you get him in another movie? Yada yada yada. And it's like, to think about stuff like this really be happening. Like, stuff like this really happens, and it's just like, it's sad. Stuff like this, people are cutthroat. Like, for her, I mean, like, and just to close out the show, is like, to close it out, like, and Linda is the nosiest person I ever seen. Like, they going to, she like, oh, a girl like you should have all kind of guys. He's like, nah, I got in a relationship, yada, yada, yada. She's like, who is the guy? She wouldn't say, oh, that's why you got sent here. And then she goes to her little the planner. She's like, oh, you're really organized. Just going through the notebook. Just going through it. Just nosy as all hell. Oh, you're counting down your days before you leave here, aren't you? Then I ain't gonna spoil the end too much of the end, so y'all, I want y'all to see it. Or I should have said spoiler free, but if you made this far, I'm sorry. But yeah, it gets to what you know is gonna happen towards the end. You already know she's at the Linda's at her house, and Paula's at her crib. No, Monica's at her house, all sitting pretty. You know about to happen. Get the call. You hear the voice on the other end. You know who it is, and that's how it ends. I'm like, yo, this show is nuts. And my thing, before I get out here, I want to know how this went. First of all, I want to know how people who live this and got to relive this feel like. I want to know how Clinton feels. I want to know how Hillary feels, how Paula and her husband, if they stay together, how Linda feels, how all the parties involved feel, especially Monica and Bill. I mean, I wonder how everybody feel that's attached to this. Like, they got to go back and relive this. Like, yo, we got to go. Knowing that they probably ain't watching this, or they probably are watching it, but it's like, I wonder how this feels. Because that's one thing American Crime Story does not do. This what that they do. They don't pull back any punches. They go all in. Like 2016 when the People vs. OJ came out, it was bananas. And I didn't really watch too much of the assassination of Gianni Versace. I didn't really watch too much of that, but it's like, I'm like, they really go there. Like, that's why I say I don't really watch too many of these things like this. I don't really get too geeked about it. But I was sold on the People vs. OJ. You know what I mean? I'm like, when the season was over, like, man, I hope they do like a season 2 or what happened after he got out of, then they did the assassination of Gianni Versace. All right, that was cool. I watched all that, but I didn't really review it. Then they did this. I didn't even know they was doing this one. Actually, I didn't even know they were doing this till today's the 7th, till yesterday. No, till yesterday. I didn't even know I saw a commercial of it, but I didn't a few days before. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I didn't even know they was doing it. I didn't even know it was American Crime Story until I looked it up. I said, oh, let me check this, whatever this is. I'm all American Crime Story. So I had to check it out. And I know it's going to be, I'm already hooked. And this is season 3. They don't hold back, yo. I love it. Episode 1, season 3, episode 1 is just amazing. And if you watched it, let me know what y'all think in the comments. I know some people probably going to be tuning into this review. Let me know what you think of the series. How did you feel about episode 1? I'm like, yo. And I know a lot of people that grew up in 98, like we, in that range, like, yo, 98, I was a kid. You know what I mean? I was a kid back then. Like I said, I remember I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I remember that. That's all through pop culture. I remember hearing that on the news and everything. But it's like, this isn't as, I remember vividly, this is like around the OJ time. And they made a reference to the OJ, like, something about Glendale. I remember hearing that, if I'm not mistaken, something about that in the People vs. OJ. I think he had a house there in Glendale. Yeah, I think he did. In the comments, let me know if the OJ thing was around in that Glendale area. I remember hearing that before. But season 3, episode 1, American Crime Story, Impeachment. Let me know what y'all think of the episode. I'll see y'all next week. I'm out. Peace.